He was a vegetable. He had no idea about anything. He couldn't see anything because his brain wasn't and eyes weren't doing, connecting.
Born with severe uncontrolled epilepsy, Xavier had around 50 seizures daily until he was almost 9 months old.
Everything was floppy, he was non-existent, he was a shell.
Oh, it is, Mum.
Xavier was so bad he didn't even cry.
What did you think his outlook was? What did you think was ahead of you?
A lifetime of having a child just that existed, really, if he even lived that long.
But a year on, and despite circumstances, the now 20-month-old is thriving.
The fact that Xavier's sitting up and entertaining himself.
It's amazing. This has only just started happening in a couple of months. The world's opened up to him. He's into everything. He's pulling stuff. He's getting frustrated. He's learnt to pick things up because up until very recently, he couldn't hold anything because his hands were too weak.
Heidi, Heidi.
What it is that's changed his life is a special type of learning called conductive education. And Tina's not the only parent that swears by it.
Debbie? He would have progressed somewhat on his own, I'm sure that he would have, but I think conductive is getting the best out of him and the absolute best that he can be and his best chance of being happy, healthy and whole.
Conductive education is for those with motor disorders.
It's really about teaching all the very important skills which will help them to become independent and active member of the society. And now we are going to walk, so I like you to keep holding on to the ladder.
Johnny's got cerebral palsy and has been at the centre for 2 years.
He's walking now with only one person assisting him with the ladder. He's vocalizing much more. He's really part of the group and he's an active member of the group.
This is not just a place where parents drop kids and run. It's intensive and demanding, and then those skills have to be reinforced at home.
No, head forward please. Come on. The biggest criticism and the biggest downside to conductive is it's very intensive and it has a big impact on the family as a whole.
Would you have it any other way?
No, absolutely not. I mean, he's my son.
No passive parenting here?
No, no.
Has conductive been a test of your patience?
Absolutely. I'm a very task-driven, goal-orientated person. I'm used to putting lots of effort into something and really seeing results. So for me, a big part of my process is learning to accept that with the massive amount of input that I put, there is still going to be slow and steady progress. There's not going to be miraculous progress.
There is no scientific proof to back conductive education, but the alternative is just a few hours a week, if that, with an occupational therapist.
When he was very sick, when he was at his worst, I think they'd come in every 2 weeks. But if he was asleep, then they'd be, oh, well, we have to reschedule another 2 weeks, And really what they do is sort of teaching you how to make their life more comfortable. And they're not teaching you how to build up their strength. They're not teaching you how to, make him learn to walk, make him learn to crawl, make him get strong enough to sit up.
It's more to manage the condition in terms of finding the right equipment to cope with it rather than a specific targeted focus on improving.
But because this isn't mainstream, it seems parents only discover conductive by chance.
Was it difficult finding out that this was an option?
Yeah, I had no idea about it, no idea.
It is quite hard work, but yes, it does. It does surprise me that it was so hard to find.
I don't know that he'd learn to walk if he weren't here, to be honest. He just wouldn't think, he doesn't think, I can do this. It's us showing him and teaching him here, this is what you can do with your body.
I think not knowing about conductive is to not be fully informed of all the choices and perhaps the best thing for your child. And for me and Johnny and our family, conductive is the best.
It was amazing. We're so fortunate to have found it.
Are there small miracles happening in your life then?
Slightly large miracles. Huge.